Hey everyone, Eric Lehman here. How you living? Hope you're alive and living color. This is EML77 TV, episode 304. I want to pick up where I left off with social shaming. That was the last episode. I talked about a lot of things have been happening and all. And sometimes when you find out about things that like in connection with this, it's truly it's truly amazing of what's been happening. This morning, our church service was run by a good friend of mine named Matthew Rezendes, who's a deacon of our church. I've known Matthew since I was a kid, going to the church back in '84 and '85. Me and my father, when my father was single at the time, and he was going through a separation and ultimately a divorce from my biological mother at the time. He tried to make things work out between him and my biological mother, but through prayer and all that. But it seems like God has taken me and my father in a different direction. So I have so it was really, really tough for me to accept that, but it is what it is. So me and my father started attending some Bible studies with some friends of his, and all of a sudden they decided to start a church, and I've known, in fact, he is the son of the pastor who's Matt Rezendes is the son of the pastor who started the church. His father's now an apostle. Tony Rezendes started this church. So my other pastor, Pastor Dave, who's now the senior pastor of our church, is on his vacation with his wife up in Maine with their families, having a good time there. So my good friend Matt Rezendes took over, and he talked about Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 through 9. Talking about whatever just think on good thoughts, noble thoughts, and just thinking thoughts that don't drag you down into darkness, so to speak. And I've always coming on here on YouTube, trying to preach positivity, not preach positivity, talk about positivity, talking about good things, entertain things that make me happy, make me laugh. But sometimes, but also, I've always liked to be real. And my stepmother, did a testimony where she says, talking about scars and showing the scars. And I want to show you a scar that I have. This middle finger, the left middle finger here. See the scar up here? Let me point at it so that way you guys know. That was from cutting potatoes. I was working at this happened years ago, around over 20 years ago, to be precise. And I can't believe the scar is still there after 20 years. Now 97, 98, and I was going through a lot of transitions when I first started working at Ruby Tuesday. The first 3 years working at Ruby Tuesday were kind of challenging. I was working part-time hours at the time, and just trying to make my bearings, and I was getting different jobs somewhere else. And one of the jobs that I had was at Dr. T's Chicken and Ribs on Nauset Street, not far from where I live. And I decided to, give it a shot, give it a try. But unfortunately, I cut my finger. This happened when I was cutting potatoes. They didn't give me any cutting gloves. And as a result, I was let go of at that job at the time. And I tried a few jobs out, and they weren't working out. So, anyways, that was a scar that I still have to this day. And when I talk about things that happened in my past, things that happened to me in my past, is basically a scar in my life. But I could easily cover up the scar. Like my mother talked about, how using makeup and all. You have scars, and you try to cover it up. And you don't want anybody to see your scars. And that's why, my situation with my ex-crush was one of the scars in my life. But I don't talk about it in a negative sense anymore. The reason, I would have dwelled on that forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, But I do regret it, and but sometimes things have, there's a, like, in everything there's a reason. There's a reason behind everything. There's a reason things happen. Things happen for a reason every single time. And so I look at that situation, back at the situation, and go, okay, so she's not the one for me. No problem. God's putting her in a new direction. He's putting me in a different direction. We go our separate ways. Yes, listen, yes, I was way too obsessed with her at that time. But remember, but I didn't know any better. I made a lot of mistakes, and just basically, like I said, I regretted it. I regretted disrespecting her. I regretted not treating her the respect that she deserved. So I was like, okay, but it's my fault. I made the mistake. I could easily go and ask her to forgive me, but like I said, I tried that. But like I said, she wants nothing to do with me, and that's just fine. But like I said before, when it's God's will and His timing, when things happen, that day will happen. But right now, it won't, because God has, like I said, God is in different directions. He wants me to focus on different things, and she's going to be focusing on her life, her family, and whatever. Sorry to talk about it, but that's part of my... What I'm trying to say is, that's part of my scars. There's a lot of scars in my life that I've been through, but I'm still standing here surviving. Why is that? Because I know that God has never given up on me. Nobody, like I said, there's friends and family out. There's friends that I've made all over the internet that care about me, that respect me. Would be here on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter. I got friends. I know this. Now, with the bullies, trolls, and haters, a.k.a. the social shamer gang, as I like to call them, the social shamers are trying to destroy, they're trying to do everything they can to get me angry, to destroy me from a mental point of view. But they do not understand what I have been through in my life, because I am sure they have not stepped in the same situation that I have. They have not walked a mile in my shoes. And until those social shamers do, they have no right to say anything to me. All right? That's why I deleted their comments and blocked them. It's because they were not being respectful. They weren't respectful comments. All right? It's not that I hate them, because I don't. Is that, I feel bad for whoever is behind those channels, and for whatever, it's like Lord, whatever he's going through, and for him to take his anger on me, I don't know what their problem is that, Lord, just help that person. Help that individual, whoever that person is. I can't go around, I'm sick and tired of calling people names, acting like a kid, and all that. Listen, it's time for me to be an adult and stand up and say, hey, this, but people got to stop this, but, you got to be, looking for, like my friend Matt was talking about, it's like my friend Matt admitted he's not a very patient guy. It's like he wants everybody out of his way. It's funny because he said, if I'm in a grumpy mood, I want everybody out of my way and all that. And, he's like, he wants to drive, he wants to get to where he is. And he's like, you don't know where he's going through. It's like, I don't know what these trolls, bullies, and haters are going through or gone through. But, whatever it is, they have no right to take it out on me. I don't appreciate that, I'm not hating on them. I said, listen, all I can do is just pray for them and say, hey, listen, they better, it's like, hey, listen, I don't know what their problem is. I don't know why they're taking it on me, but Lord, help them wherever they're at right now. Now there's people saying, no, God's not real and all that. I can tell you that He's real, because I'm right here. I'm living proof of that, because listen, I've been through a lot of things in my life in the past, and He's pulled me out of my own personal hell, and He's put me here on this earth. He's put me in this position right now. Usually, there's some friends of mine out there that do not believe in God, and that's fine, and respect that. They want to believe when they want to believe it. That's no problem. I've always felt like that God's given me a gift to be a positive person, to talk to everybody out there, to have fun and put smiles on people's faces and be entertaining, but at the same time just being real. And that's the one thing I like to do, is be real with the people, and always have been and always will be. And, like, I made a lot of new friends. Some of my friends who are local, who are from around here, watch my YouTube videos, and they've encouraged me a lot, and I'm very, very thankful for them. Like Wayne Torres and the Mendel family. That's Bob, Lauren, Aiden, and Gwendolyn, and all that. I mean, I'm very thankful for them because they always want to meet me, and just to say, and for them to call me a legend, I'm not a legend. I'm just Eric Lima. I'm just plain old Eric Lima, and I just like doing this because I like to have fun. But I brought smiles to their faces because they get to meet me, which is really, really cool. I'm a celebrity in their eyes, which is cool and all, but I'm no celebrity. I'm just doing my thing, I'm just doing my thing here, just to put smiles on your faces, guys. That's all it is to it. I know there's going to be the social shamers out there. They make funny. They make fun of me. Make jokes about me. Yeah, and the reason why I don't, it's not like, okay, that those comments offend me, but no, it could offend my friends and family too, and it's for their sake that I don't put them on there, and I don't want to comment war, and anything like that. So, to the bullies, trolls, and haters, I'm sorry. The fact of it is that you guys not putting respectful comments on there, that offends me. That kind of angers me a little bit. But it's to the point where I don't hate you guys. Is that your comments are not being respectful, and I don't want anybody else getting angry over those comments. I mean, it was disrespectful what you guys did. And you guys, I encourage you guys just to search your souls and search your hearts and find, is this what you want to do? Is this necessary for you to do this? And why you want to do this? And it's like, why are you commenting on my videos? Why you hate my videos? I can understand, listen, I want to be, it's one of those things where you just, I'm encouraged to be positive and give you positive things and all that. We talk about the news is real, it's reality. I get angry, I get upset. There's a lot of things in my life. I don't talk about a whole lot of things that are negative that's been happening in my life, and have been negative to the point where I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm this, I'm that. But that's reality. I'm human, and that's reality for me. But I've always been known to never give up and just keep going. Or take a deep breath and go, okay, gotta slow down, gotta take it easy, and just, hold back the reins for just a minute and go, okay, breathe, you got this, no problem. Let's get to it, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go, time to kick some butt again. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get, but there's people out there who don't believe in God. Or probably going through the same things I'm going through. I'm going to encourage you guys out there right now just to pick up, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, take a deep breath and go, I can do this, I got this, let's get rolling, let's get going. But if the situation is like too dire for you and you decide, well, excuse me for a minute, and you want to go, maybe it's not my calling, maybe, maybe it's another direction for me out there. There's some situations in my life that has happened, like, this is, maybe I'm meant to go in another direction in my life. When Ruby Tuesday, when I quit Ruby Tuesday, that was not the easiest thing for me, but it was time, some of the signs that were there that I had to move on, and going and working at the Swansea Mall was not my best choice. But it was like, okay, they offered more hours. Okay, I'll take it. But after being there for a while in 2010, between May and June, only for a couple of months, and I didn't feel comfortable with it. I'd rather be closer to home because what happens if my car breaks down somehow, or just I had a Toyota Camry back in the day, so like that was my main concern. My main concern was, back in the day, the inspection sticker on the car, is it up to date? Is it up, and that was my big concern. So, it's got to the point where, okay, so I applied for a job over at the Dartmouth Mall, okay, and I took it there. I started working, the first 3 days at the Dartmouth Mall, the weekend at Swansea Mall, but then the boss says, at Dartmouth Mall says, I want you working here full time, on a full time commitment, full time basis. I was looking forward to doing that. They gave it to me, and rest, they say, is history. But like that tells me, okay, because something happens, okay. Like again, I don't want to talk about this, but you know what? I have to get. There's one of the scars in my life that I need to get out. Is talking about my ex-crush. All right, so I was, like I said, when I was, in the early teens, when I became a teenager, sometimes your hormones kick up a notch, and with me being the way I was, and plus, at the time I did not know this, but I was half autistic, having Asperger's syndrome, so some of the symptoms that was part of the Asperger's syndrome kind of kicked in, and so it was not a good combination between being a teenager with the hormones kicking up and the Asperger's syndrome kicking in. Wasn't a great combination, unfortunately, and that led to craziness, being obsessed with this girl in my church, and then when she dated somebody, one of my friends back in '95, I went crazy, I snapped, I got upset, and that was it. In 1995, like I said, was a rough year for me. I moved to a new house from my familiar neighborhood that I've lived over in 15 years, and I struggled a lot the first couple of years in my new home back in the day. The 90s were very challenging because I was a teenager, so a lot of crazy things happened between 95 and 1990 and 99. Those 9 years, it was going crazy. 98 was like kind of like the turning point because I started working at Ruby Tuesday full time, and I just turned 21. So it's like now it's like I have to grow up. I had to grow up, but still in the back of my mind, I've been thinking about everything else that's happened to me. So it's like, do I dwell on that or do I move on from that? Yeah, like I said, some of those scars that were there, most of those scars that happened to me when I was a teenager, and it was really, really tough. My father remarried in '88, so I had to, with the stepmom, she wanted to change things about my life, and and she wanted to do things, and my stepmother talked about scars. She testified that this morning, and that kind of tied in with on the last episode and what's been going on. It's totally weird. It's totally weird in a way. Because it's like, wow, maybe that's what I was trying to do this when I did this episode 303 this morning. But now I'm doing one this afternoon. It's, it basically, your life kicks in. My life kicks in. My life really started kicking in when I hit 21. And it was really, we're talking 21 years ago. 21 years ago, I was 21 years old. So for 21 years as an adult, it's been a lot of ups and downs have been happening. Being a teenager, being a teenager, I've been through like more bumpy roads than the cobblestones over in New Bedford, over in my hometown, for goodness sakes, downtown New Bedford, for goodness sakes. That's why it's like driving through the cobblestones in New Bedford. Let's do that again. That's what my life was like as a teenager. It's like riding over those cobblestones in downtown New Bedford. And it's been, like I said, it's been a crazy life, and I've been through a lot in my life, 80s and 90s, even though I missed those decades, all the pop culture, fun stuff, TV shows and everything else I watched, toys and video games and all that, but there are parts of my life that I want to forget. And sometimes, trying to forget your past, it doesn't do you any good. Because sometimes me being with open heart and an open mind, it's, and I get made fun of. But the reason why I blocked out those comments and everything else is not because, I hate the person that wrote the comments or anything like that, because I don't hate. That's not my thing, is hating people. It's not my thing. Is that I don't want those comments. I do not want to dwell on those comments. I want to focus on my life and focus on myself. That's why God, that's why I'm still alive today, because God really looked out for me. And plus He sent me people in my life, whether they believe in Him or not. And He gave me a family that cares about me and loves me. He gave me some friends and family that care about me and love me. A lot of friends. I've just been blessed, and a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened, and that's why I refuse to talk about politics. That's one thing I don't. That to me, that's negativity bringing down. I don't talk about what's going on in the news today. That's bringing me down, because lots of things in the news are not good stuff. All right, it's like I'm like the New Day. I'm like the one man New Day, so to speak. Always talking about positivity, but I don't throw pancakes. But I did eat Boudio's cereal, mind you. But the fact of it is, I still got my Boudio's T-shirt. It was a big hit in the feast back in the day. A little bit more on that. There'll be a lot of changes happening before I conclude this episode. But the fact of the matter is that talking about thinking positive things and having scars in your life and showing those scars, those emotional scars that I had and been through, and I want to thank, I'm thankful that my mom and Matthew Rezendes. I want to thank you two guys for really kind of lining up what I was talking about this morning on my YouTube channel. But now I'm here. Like I said, I praise God. I'm alive. I'm blessed with all you great people out there watching the YouTube videos, and there are the social shamers who don't understand and don't know what's going on truly in my life. They don't know what it's like to walk a mile in my shoes. And I should say this to the social shamers. I'm not going to call them bullies, trolls, and haters. I want to combine them all and call them social shamers. To you social shamers out there, you do not know and do not understand what I've been through. You don't know what it's like to walk a mile in my shoes, and I highly doubt you want to walk a mile in my shoes. So I'm going to encourage you to do this, and I'm going to challenge you. Think about what you're going to say to me, and you better think long and hard and say, should I say this to him? If I say this to him, am I going to be disrespectful? What is going on in his eyes right now? What is going on through Eric's mind right now? You see, are you saying stuff like that just to get me riled up and do another video of rants and raves and being angry? Or you want me to call you names, or you want me to call you out by your channel? That way I can get in trouble and get knocked off social media for it. What is your goal? If your goal is to do all that, then something is seriously wrong with you, and you need a lot of help out there. All right? You need to look inside your hearts, look at yourselves in the mirror, search your souls, and think about what you're doing, and instead of bringing people down, contribute to your life. Be encouraging to others. Just make yourself. If you want to make yourself feel good, do something good for others. Be encouraging to others instead of being negative and being a shamer, a social shamer. All right. It really is horrible that people shame each other from everything from body shaming to fat shaming to shaming of other things, and basically it's social shaming, and no matter what it is, whether it's weight, height, relationship shaming, or what, or hobby shaming. There's people shaming. Oh, you play video games, you're a loser. There's just people like that out there. It's basically social shaming, and it's got to stop. Okay, and it's like social shaming part 2, talking about scars and thinking good things, and and just it's really, really, just for all the social shamers out there, guys, just think about what you're doing, think about what you're saying, and why you're saying it. Please, I encourage you guys. I want to encourage all the social shamers to turn around your lives. Don't be negative Nancy's. Don't be mean. Don't be meanie. Don't be haters. Don't be, or as B-Rad, played by Jamie Kennedy in Malibu's Most Wanted. Don't be hating. Just be yourselves. Just have some. Be yourselves. Like if you're going through things in your life, man, don't give up. Don't give up on your life. Just try to think positive, try to stay focused, and try to do things that make you happy. And if you're trying to diss people and celebrities on any social media feed, it's not going to help you. It's going to make you feel worse, because people will attack you back. Don't do that. That's why people say don't feed the trolls. I'm not feeding. I no longer call them trolls, bullies, and haters. I call them social shamers. That's my new term. Social shamers. To you guys out there, please think about what you're doing. Think about, listen to your hearts. Listen to the hearts. Listen to the people that have, listen to people that need, please listen and trust people that have a positive influence. If you have parents, please listen to them. Parents are very, very important, and for you to disrespect for you to disrespect, everything they say to you is not good for you at all. My advice is stop the social shaming. Okay. It's not going to help you guys make you feel any better. It's going to make you feel worse. It's going to make you look more like bad guys than you already are. All right, stop it. Stop hiding under character names. Stop hiding under your fake profile pics or no profile pic at all. Start being real. Maybe you get the respect you want. You get the attention that you want. I'm not here to get attention. I'm not here to be an internet celebrity or an internet sensation. I'm just here to encourage people out there that need encouragement in their lives. And I feel like God has given me that gift to use it. And, listen, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to be a human being. I'm going to get upset. Sometimes I swear, which I shouldn't be doing. But you know what? A lot of people make mistakes, and I'm human. But I praise God because I got people and family that love me and care about me. And I really, really am encouraged about that. So, and for that to encourage me is a wonderful thing. So, before I conclude this video, I want to talk about what's going to happen next weekend is the Portuguese feast. Thing here is, at the Portuguese feast, I'm probably going to try to attempt to go Friday. I'm hoping it's a nice weekend for the feast. Seriously, I know it rained last time, but at 1 o'clock on Saturday, I got to go to celebrate my sister's birthdays. So that I knew this was going to happen, obviously. But I do have a plan. I'm probably going to go in there for a while and everything else. And then I'll probably get out. I'm probably going there. We're going to a friend's house. They have a pool. I want to swim in there for a bit. And want to come out and enjoy. I'll probably go back to the feast for Saturday. And I'll probably go back for Sunday. I just want to, sometimes it's better than staying in a room all day and clacking on the internet where you can go out and do your thing. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And plus now with Saturdays off, it's an opportunity. And this will be a year now since I had Saturdays off, so it's going to be a good thing. So as far as Get These Thumbs episodes, next Saturday morning, I'll probably get up an episode. Hopefully I'll do a Super Mario Maker level. It's really crazy, like I said. So I'll see what I can do and see what I can, try to, round up some stuff and see what I can come up with. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so that's all the time we have on the show. God's love, life, light, and blessings to all of you. Catch y'all on the flip side. Remember, pay attention. You might learn something. Episode 304 is Scars. That's what it is, showing scars. My title would be Scars and Thinking Good Thoughts. All right, then. I'll see you guys later. Episode 305 coming. I don't know. Tomorrow I get back to work, but get back to reality. In fact, all my other co-workers, we've come back from their respective vacations, so everything will be back to normal somewhat at work, I'm hoping. So, by the way, Hollister is opened up at the Dartmouth Mall, so any of my local friends that like to shop at Hollister, it's back. The place looks better than ever. Do the thing, all right? Go shop and do the thing, and if you happen to run into me, and any of my local buddies happen to run into me this week, at any time, and you said watch my videos and all that, I appreciate you coming up to me and say, hey, I've been watching your videos, you're really cool. I do appreciate that wholeheartedly. I want to give shout out to Wayne Torres, the Mendel family. Good peoples. They have a lot, they're good people. They always do the thing and do their thing. I just under their blessing. I want to give a shout out to my stepmom, Cheryl, and my good friend, Matt Rezendes, for, helping out and being encouraging as well as Chuck Leonard. So that's a shout outs to you guys. And to all of you out there who've been watching these videos, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to the social shamers out there, think about what I just said and please search your hearts and search your souls, okay? I encourage you guys to do that, please. All right, so, and remember, pay attention, you might learn something, all right? I'll see you guys later, episode 305. Peace.